Exalted Vales is a 5e campaign setting that gives you a deep dive into mysticism. In this high fantasy setting, the mystical intertwines with all aspects of everyday life, where the common farmer has to visit the local witch so that she can weave him up the necessary dreams so that he can have a restful night's sleep, to wake up at dawn to feed the chickens, who lay eggs that may contain magical charms if they're laid while a full moon is shining above them. The core book to the setting, The Guide to the Vales, was launched in 2020, and now they're expanding the setting with the first of 5 new standalone books, which will bring new lands, new mysteries, new epic stories, and new gameplay innovations for your table. The first new book is Favorable Skies, and it's on Kickstarter now, along with the second version of the original book for those of you who still need it. Favorable Skies, which can be used on its own, introduces the new region, Peronia, a full level 1 to 12 campaign, and a focus on small boons that can be woven into the mystical setting, embodied in 130 beautifully designed cards. In today's paid Kickstarter preview, we'll take a brief look at the original setting and campaign book, see what Favorable Skies brings to the table, and explore what's available during the current Kickstarter campaign. If you'd like to check out the campaign itself at any time, I have the link for you up there in the corner or in the doohickey down below. So let's set sail under these favorable skies. Let's start off by taking a look at the new standalone book, Favorable Skies. It'll clock in around 250 pages and will be fully illustrated. It'll feature the campaign setting of Peronia, of course, and it features a campaign called For Those Who Remain. The campaign will be divided into 2 parts. If you find running long campaigns to be a struggle, and honestly getting more than 2 people and a couple of kobolds in a room regularly is tough for all of us, you can run each half of this campaign as a standalone adventure if you need to, but they are designed to tell one full story. Now, the main shtick of this world is that mysticism is intertwined with just about everything in the world, from the water you drink to the flowers you smell in the forest. And coming up with those little bits of flavor, especially if they're going to involve gameplay mechanics, can be a lot of work for a game master in the moment. So they developed these small boon cards to help you out. Each one has a little icon in the corner denoting its theme, things like water or chaos or nature. And then when you need a little magical effect, just grab a card. You can either just use them directly with your players, or if you like to flex your creative muscles a little bit, draw one or a couple and read them to yourself and then adapt the ideas to the situation in the story at that time. And honestly, what's best about the small boon cards is that you can use them in any campaign and setting that you want. They're one-time use abilities, so you can give them out freely without worrying about power creep in your story. Need a small magical effect for an enchanted item, or a small reward for an encounter with a fey creature, or a small boon from a pleased deity? These small boon cards are going to be a permanent fixture of your Game Master kit. Currently, the deck features 130 cards, but they may add more via stretch goals. Another feature of the campaign and the Peronia setting is the Tarot of the Vales and the Cartomancer's Grimoire. The book is introducing a new 5e class to help flesh out the setting even more. The Cartomancer is able to use tarot cards and the Grimoire to untangle fate and attract the favor of the stars. They're able to use arrangements of cards called vehicles to grant bonuses to their allies in the form of these small boons from earlier. The Grimoire will contain the rules for the Cartomancer, the description of the arcana for each card, and the rules, diagrams, and illustrations for the 30 card arrangements. Now, the original book, Exalted Vales, is being reprinted as a second edition. It's separated into essentially 3 parts. First, you have a bunch of new subclasses for existing 5e classes. You've got the Dream Weaver Wizard, the College of Orators Bard, the Constellations Domain Cleric, and a Circle of Chimeras Druid, among many others. You also have the brand new Mechanist class. Now, Mechanists are individuals who harness and extract the primordial force of magic to power mechanical devices and inventions. It's a little bit like the Inventor class from Pathfinder. They typically specialize as either a gunman with their custom firearm, a decadrist who creates dimensional devices that can store objects in small spaces and release them instantly, or as doctors who can make serums and perform certain enhancements on other folks. You also get new backgrounds, races, and feats tied to the setting. And of course, the setting guide itself, which is about 30 pages or so long. Now, the bulk of the book is the campaign. I didn't get a lot of time with the book before I had to make this video, so I can't give you a blow-by-blow review, but it looks like a morally complex adventure that explores the concepts of mysticism, of course, and spirituality. Players will engage with divine entities and ethereal forces and arcane mysteries, and you also explore the interplay between magic and technology in a setting with a lot of political intrigue and secret societies and hidden agendas. The adventure also integrates a new Mechanist class into the story, which is a lot of fun. The world itself is dynamic and changes based on the actions of the characters and the outcomes of certain mystical events. And the adventure has what I like, difficult choices for the players to make that have long-term consequences for the world. So that's the Exalted Vales core book that you can also pick up during this campaign as well. Now, let's take a look at the pledge tiers for this current campaign. Now, the prices listed are in Canadian dollars since the project is based out of Montreal. I'm going to go ahead and convert them to US dollars since most of my audience is US based, but do keep in mind that prices will vary depending on the exchange rate for your currency. You can get the Favorable Skies PDF for about $24. Get the PDF and the digital map and token pack for online play for $31 US. The hardcoverable Favorable Skies book plus the PDF is $47. The hardcover book, PDF, and the 130 plus card Minor Boon deck is about $78. Get all that and the Tarot of the Vales deck and Grimoire booklet for $107. For $141, you can also get the above plus a custom travel journal notebook for tracking the campaign, a Favorable Skies GM screen, and the digital maps and tokens. You can also build your own pledge as well with the add-on process. They have dice sets, the original book, plus all sorts of accessories from the original campaign, including magic item cards, GM screens, digital assets, and more. And now for my standard Kickstarter information. Shipping will be charged later on, closer to the ship date, so you need to monitor your email for the launch of the Pledge Manager. And as always, remember that Kickstarter is not a store. You are funding the production of these new products, so it will take time to receive everything. Though it looks like everything is expected by the end of the current year, which is honestly really fast for a Kickstarter. You can see exactly where they are with production of everything on the campaign page right now. Keep in mind that there's always some risk involved in these projects, so go read the campaign page for yourself and check out their previous campaign for testimonials from previous backers. If you have any questions, please leave them for me down below and I'll do my best to get answers for you. Using our links to the campaign lets them know you came from us, which helps us feed our kitties, including our new little boy who we rescued off the street during a storm last week. He's really cute and sweet, but we don't have a name for him just yet, so if you have ideas, let me know. If you're new to me, my name is Theo, and you can find my reviews and previews for other Kickstarter projects over at The Gallant Goblin on YouTube or on one of the sites listed over here. For now, though, please stay safe, have fun, love each other, and I will see you next time at The Gallant Goblin.